Oh, me Spingelspocken.
Whoa, that's crazy, because my Spocken Spingel.
What?
The following is intended for mature audiences. Make sure you ask your parents or guardians if that ain't you.
Welcome to Ready Player 2, I'm your Player 1, Nick.
I'm your Player 2, I'm Tylor.
We're playing Flying Fish, which is completely unique and has never been a game idea that's been done
Never,
before.
ever for never.
So,
Press up or enter to fly.
that seems chaotic. What's
You're using a
enter on an Xbox?
8.
It is A.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, you're doing great.
Is there sound?
Nope, absolutely none. This is pretty sick.
This doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
This doesn't
Oh,
feel...
you almost hit that pillar, Nick.
I'm a little better than getting pillared, alright?
Okay, sure.
Alright.
I don't know how he continues going up. Like, keep continuously
He's got
pressing A.
wings.
Yeah, but if you keep continuously he's not flapping it. It's just wings are staying down.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Because I think what it is when he's going up, the sprite switches so that it's the downward wing.
Yeah.
So if you don't give him chance to start falling down, he it just stays the same.
Just keeps ascending.
It was
Yeah,
really
I like
funny.
that. I like that. How you doing today, viewer?
Yeah, this is just a laid back, probably gonna be a short one, unless Nick is a
just
god
a chill,
at this game.
Just a chill little flight. Yeah, 45 minutes later, it's still on the first run.
It's like Mach 10.
Whoa, this is getting a little fast. It's jumping a little bit. The screen's a little snappy, and I don't like it.
Snappy bird.
Snappy bird. Whoa, completely unrelated animal that for no reason would be tied to this game.
Yeah, not at all. I don't know what you're
crazy,
talking about.
crazy thing to say.
What's up with his tail fins? They kind of look whack.
I don't know. Yeah, they look like an open duck mouth.
Oh my god, you really almost hit that pillar.
I'm okay.
Oh my god, you really almost hit that pillar.
What do you take me for? Some amphibious yuck mouth?
Yeah, an absolute vapid troglodyte.
Wow. Wow, this is actually getting slightly more intense. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's starting to look a little difficult.
What's your favorite type of fish?
Like to eat or to look at?
Just in general. Like, it could be you really like his name. It could be like...
so my favorite fish to look at is a golden arowana.
Oh.
Absolutely gorgeous fish.
Yeah,
Future Nick can put up a picture of it.
Yeah, put it somewhere where it's not gonna obscure me. You got a lot of real estate there.
Yeah,
you know what?
Pretty much the entire
my
screen
favorite fish. Well, I won't say favorite, but I really like the mahi-mahi.
The mahi-mahi's a cool fish,
right?
too. Isn't that the state fish of Hawaii?
I think it is.
Yeah.
That's a good... Future Nick, you can fact check us on
There's
that.
another fish that's called the wahoo that's in the Hawaiian waters.
The wahoo.
What's called
the
a wahoo? Wahoo!
Wahoo!
It's Mario's favorite
I love
fish.
the Mario fish.
Wahoo.
You know, this guy kind of looks like a cheap.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Is that?
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
Yeah.
Guys, I got the joke.
Did you
Mark
ever?
your calendars.
Oh my god, you clipped through that pillar.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
In the original Flappy Bird, the bird looks just like a cheap, and it's flying through Mario pillars. All right, pass it over. Let me try.
Hold on, I gotta put in
124. That's pretty big.
Put in my NCD. Nice cock, dude.
Nice cock, dude.
Nid. There we go. We'll just do that.
Neek.
Bing.
124?
That's pretty good. Alright, we're passing them off to Tyler here.
Me.
You know, one thing I also noticed about the difference between this and Flappy Bird is the bird in Flappy Bird actually changed angle.
Slightly, yes.
Which made it a little more difficult, yeah.
It also fell a lot faster in Flappy
agree.
Bird and ascended a lot slower.
I agree.
So Flappy Bird was a hard game.
This is not like
you could get used
to. A revolutionary gameplay thing.
Not remotely.
I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's like my pattern-seeking autist brain, but I just kind of enjoy it. There's something almost therapeutic about
it's so simple, and it definitely is a relaxing kind of thing to start, and then it becomes less
incredibly stressful.
Yeah, it becomes less relaxing and more like the serotonin. Ooh, number go up.
Right.
We're on level 4. We've reached level up.
I mean,
or next level. Sorry.
Yeah, but you're right. You're right, because the score keeps going up, and you're just like, wow, I'm doing great. Because when you lose on the first few levels, you're just like, whatever.
Whatever.
But then you get to level 15 or whatever, and you're just like, oh boy, oh god, oh man.
But you didn't quite make it to. You made it to level 12.
I did. Yeah, I know. I made 127, I think.
124.
Oh,
my goal is 125.
It's understandable. Can you believe that someone killed somebody over Flappy Bird?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's why Flappy Bird got taken off the market.
I thought it was because the guy got sick of people like he got too much social media attention and it made him really uncomfortable.
Well, I think that was part of it.
Or not social media attention, but regular media attention.
Yeah. Well, it was part of it because it was such a phenomenon, really. Like,
yeah,
when
it was a weird
everyone
viral
I knew
game.
Who had an iPhone or iPads or in my school, we had iPads that were slowly starting to. They used it as like an experiment to see how you. Oh no! You got to put your thing in.
Pick
Rick.
Yeah. Quick, Rick! It's the sixth tick.
Whoa! Quick, Rick! It's the sick tick. He's gonna get us all sick.
Yeah. I'm gonna try again because I was going for not as long as you.
That's fine.
Where's the L?
But like they used it as an experiment for the Learning Channel.
No, TLR. Tylor.
Oh, Tender Love and Care.
Tender Love and Rare.
Yeah.
We'll
But like our school, they wanted to see if tablets could be used in lessons and stuff, so they got us carts full of iPads.
They certainly can, but that's not what kids are going to use them for.
They didn't like check them out. It was just like in class we got them.
Sure.
But like everyone I knew was either playing Flappy Bird
or Angry Birds.
No, actually. No, I don't actually know a single person in my school who unironically played Angry Birds for more than like a couple weeks.
That's really weird because Angry Birds is like a game that you could probably put into like curriculum because it's just parabolas.
Teaching you angles.
It is literally just teaching you parabolas.
Well, kids were playing games and stuff after they were done with their assignments. That was like the thing. But like everyone I knew was either playing Temple Run.
Temple Run was a good game.
I didn't mind it. I liked it so much, in fact, that my poor ass with an Android got the next best thing, and I found this offshoot version called Panda Run.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it.
I had an iPod Touch in middle school.
Living bougie.
And I played Temple Run. I paid for like the full version of Temple Run.
Really?
Yeah. It was only like $2 or something.
That's an interesting like. You ever think there's gonna be like YouTubers like Angry Video Game Nerd or whatever or JonTron or whatever or PB I almost said PBJ Peanut Butter Gamer
Peanut Butter Jamer
PBG Peanut Butter Jamer
yeah
it's pronounced Jamer Video James which by the way if your name is James and you've been thinking about making a
video game related
channel I will accept my royalty payments as soon as you're ready.
Yep.
But like. You think there are going to be people there who are like, now, Plants vs. Zombies wasn't really, the unassuming game that most parents thought. It actually spawned an empirical phenomenon that would go on to sell hundreds and thousands of copies across a plethora of different genres. Here's why we're going to explain why the green pig is a dick.
The green pig is an absolute asshole.
Or they'll be like, Flappy Bird, for its time, it's a simple game, but it proved that simplicity sells. Like
they're gonna be talking like into like the iPhone headphones microphone. Yeah. So they're holding it like a regular microphone. Oh my god, that was so loud.
You only need 4 more, Tyler. This is where it gets tricky.
Well,
wow, this actually... What the hell? They gave you such an easy one!
Hey, but they gave me some really hard ones at 80 in the last one.
They did, actually.
So they threw me a bone on this one.
You know what? How do you guys feel about some of our more chill videos? I feel like we talk about more random stuff when we play these, like, one-note games.
Probably.
But
it's almost because, like, when we're playing...
Whoa.
Yeah, that was broken.
Yep.
That was impossible.
No, that's fair. That's fair. All right.
Maybe one more.
I can try to beat that.
Maybe one more.
I can try to beat that.
We haven't even been going for, like, 10 minutes.
All right. Tell you what. 2 attempts to beat your score.
Sure.
And then
we'll call it.
And then I was going to say I'll pass it back up and see how you can...
We'll see where we're sitting at the...
Hello?
Video. Oh, yeah, you gotta have some beat.
I see. All right.
It's because like when we're playing less simple games, we're trying to riff off like what's happening in the game. There's not anything to riff off in this game except, hey Nick, what's your favorite fish to eat?
Ooh, to eat?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll do this before I start because I got to think about the fish that I've eaten.
Sure.
Would you consider an eel a fish?
I would.
Okay, I like eel. I like unagi.
Yeah,
I really do like unagi.
Like in sushi,
yeah.
Eel is like top dog.
And it's wild because it's like it really does taste like a lake.
Yeah.
But I really like it. It's so weird.
I just love that it's smoked. That's so good.
If we're talking
I'm talking non-sushi. Yeah.
Honestly, like it's a really generic answer, but you can't go wrong with a good salmon.
It's cod.
It's
for me.
Really versatile. Cod's a close second.
Battered cod is so
Cod's
good.
a close second. I'll go ahead and start this. Sorry. Just in our fish
what's
era.
What's your opinion on tartar sauce?
Tartar?
No, tartar sauce.
I don't.
Tartar sauce and tartar are not the same thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I was today years old when I found that.
I remember
TIL.
like when I was a kid watching Iron Chef America, and they'd be like, "Yes, I made a tartar." I'm like, they made
why would you want tartar sauce with that?
Yeah, it's not the same.
I'll be honest. I don't think I've actually ever had tartar sauce.
Really?
My dad likes it.
It's very good on cod.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Delicious sauce.
I'll have to try it. All I remember about tartar sauce is that it was used as a swear in SpongeBob.
Tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce.
Yeah, it's true. It was like it was a swear adjacent thing where it's like a heck or a dang.
Yeah, I would probably agree. Yeah, tartar sauce and fish paste probably not the bad
tartar
ones.
sauce. Yeah, dolphin noise is the bad.
That's
one.
the F word. What would you say is the? Oh, shrimp is shit. Has to be. Because I'm pretty sure I've heard them say shrimp or holy shrimp or something.
I don't know if I remember that ever happening, but you might be right.
Holy shrimp!
Yeah.
What cartoon was your favorite growing up?
Ooh,
it was Ed, Edd n Eddy.
One cartoon. Ed, Edd n Eddy was definitely.
That was risky.
For a long time, because I feel like it goes in eras for me. For a long time growing up, Ed, Edd n Eddy was definitely my favorite.
Sure.
Because I don't know, something just about the hijinks and the vibe of summer vacation all the time was really alluring.
It was great. The vibes of that show are great. The animation is so unique and cool.
I agree.
The sound design.
Well, it was one of the last, when everyone switched to like Flash animation, it was one of the last shows to
still do hand
drawn. It was hand drawn up until it was done.
Really?
Yeah.
Even like the last season that was visibly smoother?
Yes. Even that was hand done. It was like okay.
That was rough.
Alright, well, I gotta get another one here.
Yep.
Alright.
The hardest part of this game is scrolling through these letters.
Dude, it really is. Plur 2. Ready, Plur 2. Wait, no, why am I on the P?
Me when I'm on the P.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an R.
It's true.
And 1K.
Alright, fine. You twisted my arm, Tyler.
Is that the same score that I failed on?
It might be better by 1.
It was better by 1.
Alright, now let's see if I can get 156, gamers. I guess, so like, early on, favorite cartoon... Okay, if we're going really early on...
Okay, sure.
As a kid, my favorite cartoon was probably Little Bear.
I did
as a young child.
I think I liked Franklin more as a kid.
You know, those were my two favorites.
Franklin
but I
and Winnie
Little
the
Bear
Pooh
more.
I watched the Winnie the Pooh movie a lot.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Definitely as like a kid, like once I got out of my toddling stages.
Once I stopped toddling.
Once I stopped toddling. I definitely was Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Yeah.
As I got like older, I definitely was much more of a fan of the more like story driven and kind of like less episodic shows.
Yeah.
So I was a really big fan, honestly, of a long time of Shaolin Showdown, which I know you're not a fan.
That show, yeah.
I just was a big fan because, like, from a young age, I would have definitely asked for a 3-peat.
I would have given you a 3-peat there because that was a whack score.
Tell you what, if I get under 50, then I'll give it a 3-peat.
It was obviously a focus issue, not a skill issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except focus is the only skill required for this game.
This is true. Because, like, as a kid, like, from a very young age, like, I was into, like, stories about artifacts
Sure.
and magical items. Because my mom was into D&D, and she was into stuff like that. Played Tomb Raider and all kinds of stuff. So I was really into that, and also because it had like an interconnected story. I feel like there is another show that I'm forgetting.
Code Lyoko?
That I probably... Well, I wouldn't say Code Lyoko was my favorite.
Really?
It definitely was, like, in that list.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I never really liked it. I thought that it was really ugly.
The 3D animation definitely throws it off.
I thought the 2D animation was ugly.
See, to me, I give it a pass because to me, that's just how French people do cartoons.
Okay.
That's
when I got older, and I quote unquote grew out of Ed, Edd n Eddy. I never grew out of Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Right.
But when I started consuming more cartoon media, I guess. Like in middle school, I was...
What? You know I got screwed.
Not really. I would have pressed A again.
Let me get
you would have
one
gotten screwed
more.
on the next one for sure. Though.
One more.
It was Invader Zim for me.
Oh yeah, that's
Invader
a good one.
Zim.
You know what? I do remember.
But
really
that was because
liking
I was an edgy scene kid in middle school.
That's also fair. See, I started watching Invader Zim before I was like. Before it was
turned
scene
you
icon.
into an edgy scene kid.
Well, it didn't turn me into a scene kid. See, I got into like scene emo music and stuff because of my sister, actually.
Really?
Yeah, she.
Gina?
Yes,
Huh.
she brought the scene into my house.
You know,
my sister brought the scene and emo vibes into my house.
Gina kind of reminds me of Gaz a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because she's incredibly intense.
Yeah, the same kind of abrasive intensity.
Yeah, for all of you guys who are just now finding out I have a sister,
she scares me.
She's a little. She can be a little much
she's
sometimes. She can definitely be imposing.
I should mention that you don't remind me at all of Dib.
Right. Well,
I hope you don't read me considering
I'm not
your
a
sister is
scientific
Gaz.
incel. Yeah, I hear you. The thing about Dib is like that he's a more insufferable Dexter.
He was right though.
The whole time.
What about his horrible green head? Insolent fool boy! It's a skin condition. And he's got no ears! Is that part of your skin condition, Zim? No ears? Yes.
Like, that's
It's
the messed up
That's
part.
really the problem. He's insufferable because he's getting gaslit.
Yeah.
The whole day.
Like,
time.
I kind of understand where he's coming from.
Yeah,
the whole time.
you do
It's like,
start to
how
level
do you
with
guys
him
not
after a
tell?
while.
This man said he had
You
a
know,
squeedly squooch.
I think-
He's obviously an alien.
For a long time, I think my favorite might have been Fairly Odd Parents.
I did love that show growing up.
just-
That's my favorite, like, Nickelodeon show.
Sure. It just was on a lot because me and my sister would
Yeah.
spend because my mom worked fairly late until like 6 o'clock, 5:30. She worked in the health department, and my dad would kind of be all over the place fixing cars, helping people with stuff because he didn't have like an official job.
He was an
speak.
odd job.
He was he was self-employed. He was really good at fixing cars. I say was like he's dead. He just doesn't fix cars
He
anymore.
doesn't do that.
He's
shit
still-
no
he's
more.
still
What does he
alive.
do now?
He works at a shop.
Oh, okay.
They pay him like $20 an hour, basically.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, honestly.
For being an adult of his age.
I agree. Well, I
With
mean,
his
to be fair, he
experience.
started working there less than 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually pretty decent.
Okay,
but,
sure.
what was I gonna say? But it was Fairly Odd Parents was just on a lot when we would go to our grandparents.
I mean, it was their hit show.
Right. Our grandparents lived nearby until SpongeBob overtook it.
No, so it was the show that beat SpongeBob's rating.
Oh, was it?
It was like-
SpongeBob's just longer running.
Yeah, SpongeBob is much longer running, but then Fairly Odd Parents came and was like immediately on the same level as SpongeBob for ratings because it was a really good show.
Right.
It went way downhill after Cosmo and Wanda had a child.
I'd agree. The movie was cute, but I feel like they could have done like a season after that and called it. But yeah, my grandparents just lived, my Yaya and my Papu, my Greek grandparents.
Yeah, your Greek parents.
Yeah, my fairly Greek parents. Actually, 100% Greek grandparents. Oh. They lived like roughly around the corner from my elementary school. I've done it! Oh
my god! Oh! No, I can't let that stand. That's messed up.
That's good. That's really good. But we...
I'm only gonna give it
Shit,
one
we should have did this as a versus.
I mean, basically, I'm gonna give this one go. But
that's fair. That's fair. If you get less than 20, I'll let you do a double.
Sure. I mean, that'll be
or
boring.
Or 20, 25, whatever. But like they lived pretty close to our elementary school, so sometimes our dad would just come scoop us, drop us off there, and that would just be on at that time, and me and my sister both liked it.
Yeah.
So we were just way into it.
The reason why I consumed it so much is because I rode the bus to get to school. So my sister and I had to wake up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Early cartoons.
Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents was always the second show on Nickelodeon.
Yep.
We caught the end half of I Spy, which was not on Nickelodeon. It was on one of the channels above the hundreds because we had expanded cable, which was literally just like an I Spy book, but in cartoon or not cartoon, but well, kind of. It was animated.
Sure.
It was like claymation, I think, if I remember correctly.
I think I vaguely do recall
It was a
that.
very interesting show. We would catch the end half of that. Then we would watch Rugrats, which was the first show that would be on.
Rugrats.
That would be the first show on Nickelodeon, and then the second show was Fairly Odd Parents, and we would only catch the first of like the 2-episode run of the half hour because we'd have to go watch the bus.
Yeah, was dropped in the water there, buddy.
Yeah, I was.
Which
not
doesn't seem as rough in this context compared to the Flappy Bird context, actually.
Yeah, I mean in Flappy Bird, it's not water; it's the ground.
That's also completely fair.
The bird just hits the ground.
I think, as far as favorite cartoons on, like, when I was older, like, once I got past that, like, preteen kind of age, I want to say that, like, I don't know if it was my favorite. You almost got 69!
No, I'm gonna go one more time. That was whack.
That's fine. We'll allow it. I don't want to say it was my favorite, but I do very, very specifically remember watching a ton of... That's okay, I spelled mine 3 different ways. Watching a lot of Total Drama Island.
That show was sick.
It was shockingly good.
I rewatched it recently. The first season, outstanding.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I liked the first 2. I fell off when they did Total Drama World Tour.
I didn't even like the second season.
But for whatever reason, I only liked the second season just because it had some of my favorite returning cast.
Sure.
And also I really enjoyed the progressing plot of Ezekiel turning into Gollum. That's really good.
Sure. Gwen's a baddie. If you disagree, you're wrong.
Absolutely. Honestly, Gwen, Raven, what's her face from Danny Phantom, probably, and also Shigo, because my sister watched a lot of Kim Possible. They definitely
I never consumed any Kim Possible
they
as
are
a kid.
Honestly a great show.
I've heard
it's a real good show.
Like it was at a point in my life where it was a girls' show, and my sister wasn't old enough to like it.
Oh yeah, I probably wouldn't have watched it were it not for my sister. If you want me to be honest.
Another one that I feel like I missed out on was Totally Spies. Apparently that show's good too.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched that one and it was all me.
It was all you.
And, my sister watched it occasionally because her friend Lisa really liked Totally Spies, but I thought they were baddies.
They are baddies.
All 3 of them.
I mean, they are all the exact same designed character with slightly different skin tones and different hair.
Completely true.
They look identical otherwise.
I'm trying to think what my favorite, like, if I could definitively say a favorite cartoon. If I had to put a favorite on it, like, before the advent of the regular show, right, when I was just a teen, when I was a young teen, not a preteen, I would say maybe my favorite one might have been Flapjack.
Okay. If I were a little bit younger, if I were born 4 or 5 years later, The Amazing World of Gumball probably would have made it into my top 5.
That's fair.
It's just not a show that I watched enough of, but seeing all the out of context stuff for it, great show.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was a little scary.
Oh boy. I agree with you though. It was a great show. I'd like to say it was underrated, but I think it got something like 8 seasons.
Yeah, it was well rated for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Wow.
We've talked about this on the channel before, I think, but you loved Camp Lazlo. I did not.
Because it was just, to me, it was Cartoon Network. Between Camp Lazlo and between My Gym Partner's a Monkey, they both felt like the same energy that SpongeBob had. And while SpongeBob was never one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows, it was the most consistent Nickelodeon show.
Sure.
And I would know that regardless of the episode, I would enjoy it.
Sure.
In the same way, that's wow, you're getting given that one.
No!
Oh, okay. I had to say anything. I would say that it had the same energy as SpongeBob for me, and so that's why I liked Camp Lazlo.
Sure, it definitely did have the same energy. I just monkeys, you know?
That's fair. That's completely fair.
1, 2, 3, 4 versus 2. Okay, we tied.
Did we?
Yeah, we both have the same number of scores on the Sky scoreboard.
Hey!
So I'll take that.
Must be the money if you wanna go and take a ride with me.
The girls of the gozy.
Oh, I do feel this way.
Hey! Must be the money!
Gotta end the video!
Bye.